Hello everybody, Stu and Andy here at the KCOM Stadium where Ipswich Town have just won 1-0. The monkey is off the back. They've beaten one of the teams at the top end of the League One table, and they did so, I thought, Andy, in very impressive fashion. Your thoughts?
Yeah, for me this is the best performance of the season. It's not the incisive 4-1 victory at Blackpool. It wasn't swashbuckling. There weren't goals galore, but they were the better team in every department, I thought, tonight. They were clinical when they needed to be. A really good goal from James Norwood. They were solid at the back, Toto and Ciala in particular. Miles Kenlock back there. That's 3 clean sheets on the bounce now. And yeah, they were the better team tonight. And hopefully that really is a monkey off the back. Because that's what it needs to be off the back, and they need to string them together. But this was so encouraging.
Unbelievable that in the space of a week we've gone from that drab, lifeless 0-0 against Northampton at Portman Road to this tonight. We talked about them needing to back up the improved performance against Oxford at the weekend, and they backed it up tonight. Let's give credit where it's due. I know it's perhaps not what everybody wants to hear at the moment, but that was really good tonight. That was full of fight, that was full of determination. They got on the front foot, they deservedly took the lead in the 15th minute. Miles Kenlock, who has been really, really good since he's come back into the team for Stephen Ward. An unbelievable 40-yard raking pass over the top. Norwood lets it bounce, clinical finish, and they stayed on the front foot, Ipswich. They kept Hull pinned back in their own half, certainly for the entirety of the first half. Hull had a little spell on top at the start of the second half, but that soon faded. Ipswich got back on top. They didn't kill the game off, and we both looked at each other and got a little bit nervy heading into those last 10 minutes. Thought they might rue not getting the second goal, but then they defended really well and they dug deep, and Ciala put his head where the boots were flying. Troy Parrott was charging back from up front to make tackles, and they saw it out, and that was a really well-deserved 1-0 battling away performance that today.
This is really encouraging, isn't it? It's what we've been looking for this team for so long. So many of these games, we go into them, we talk about the record against the top teams in the division. It's just still 10th. There's still so much work to do, but more like that, and they've got a chance.
For me, the difference today was James Norwood. He completely changes the dynamic of this team, and this has been back to basics since the last couple of games with Norwood up front. Hesitant to call it direct football because that conjures up an image of long, aimless balls. It's direct football with a purpose. Get the ball in quickly into James Norwood's feet. Half the time he manages to make it stick and hold it up. The other half of the time he's backing into centre halves, at least making it a fight ball. The midfield are then getting onto it quickly. It's back to basics, and it's giving Ipswich chances in the final third instead of ponderous, slow possession football which the opposition can easily get their 2 banks of 4 and get organised and deal with it. Ipswich are getting the ball forward quicker, and it's creating chances, and they could have had more goals today. Parrott and Keenan Bennett in particular were guilty of not pulling the trigger in good positions. Norwood had a chance in the second half that flashed past the post one-on-one. It might sound like we're going overboard with this today, and I know people were saying calm down guys, but maybe it's just because we've sat through so much dross for so long and we're giddy on a good performance, but play like that and you just don't know what's around the corner, and we always say it, back it up. They've now got Doncaster at home at the weekend. Doncaster obviously in the playoff places. Then it's a trip to Accrington next Tuesday, who have had a really good season themselves. They're up in 7th. Let's see what happens next.